to Barbell Brigade. I'm Princess Peach.
I'm Omario.
I'm Yoshi.
Luigi.
Hey! All right, guys. Do you think it's a good idea to lift while pregnant?
Personally?
Yeah, well, talk us through your last
Tell us
pregnancy.
about your last.
So I'm about 3 months. I'm really blessed. We're really excited.
Who's the father?
Who's we?
We're really
okay.
excited about all this. Actually, I'm a man, so I don't know that much. So yeah, half. But my experience is I have coached a couple ladies that have been pregnant, and
You absolutely can.
How far along?
so that's what I was gonna say. Is I think instinct and ladies know better than a doctor knows. To be honest, like doctors often are generalists, and often they're
theory-based too, yeah.
right? So they don't know, and they don't feel like it's a male doctor telling you what he read in a textbook.
Yeah.
So I think the moms that I've coached have made it all the way up to almost like a month, 2 months out. They're pretty.
Oh, wow.
They're pretty dang pregnant.
Like 7 months?
It depends on the individual.
But that's because they
Absolutely.
felt good, and they knew that I wasn't going to have the max effort deadlift.
Yeah.
We're doing some band pull aparts. We're doing some hip circle walks. We're doing some push-ups.
Yeah.
We're not going.
Push-ups?
Yeah.
Holy
So
shit.
the one
Incline
thing,
push-ups.
the one thing that I have heard with most of them is obviously the strain is probably not good. Max effort squat, max effort.
Yeah, you're not
deadlift.
going to try set PRs.
And then the other thing is really laying kind of upside down or, pressing like a bench is not a great idea just because
Or
of the
jumping,
position.
yeah.
Yeah, you could do like a horizontal press. This is where the function of like cables and machines
it's great.
come in handy, right? So instead of doing a bench press, you could do a standing like cable press with 2 cables. There's a lot of
lighter weights, not straining,
Just
and
a
then
lot of functional stuff instead of like having to do a lot of barbell movements.
you're gonna, it's a weird process to begin with, like how your body transforms, and then, but if you're sitting down all the time, you don't think that the pregnancy, through this whole thing, you're just eating and sitting down. You don't think your back, everything's gonna be worse after or during. It's just better to be as active as you can. To all those moms out there.
I've coached women through their pregnancy, and it definitely depends upon the individual. I do know some moms or pregnant women that want to take it way too seriously, and they just think to themselves they have a fear, right? That they're going to gain a lot of weight, which is going to happen, and they're going to have a hard time losing that weight. So they want to, try and minimize the total amount of fat they accumulate during the pregnancy. Like, it's all in their head. First trimester, when you first start out, obviously you can do more things. Gradually, as the pregnancy continues, you got to reduce what you do, like the volume, obviously the intensity. You're not hitting PRs even close to that. You're just basically trying to get a good blood flow, trying to move the body around, move it in a way that might be easier on your joints, right? Because adding that weight to one area is going to put pressure there. So I will say, gradually as you move towards the actual pregnancy itself, you get, you reduce the volume of what you're doing, and the exercises you do, you're gonna go a lot lighter on that. And then around, the 7th, 8th month, it depends upon the individual, what they wanna do. If they wanna drop out of it, like what they wanna do.
What you mentioned about weight loss or not gaining fat or whatever, like that should not be in your head. And all of us are kind of guilty of this too, is we all got in this for health and fitness, and then it turns to something extreme, like deadlifting 600 pounds is not healthy per se, but what you really have to just change your mindset. You have to change your mindset into what's healthy, and how can I be a better mom, whatever, how can I have a healthier baby, this, etc.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of pregnant women who suffer through a lot of atrophy actually because they're not moving. And it's actually very good to actually, again, like Omar was saying, just do very functional movements. It doesn't have to be anything crazy like I'm gonna deadlift for a max effort or squat or anything like that. So it is good to actually exercise. Again, you don't want to lose a lot of muscle. And you shouldn't have to worry about gaining weight. It's not really a priority. The priority is to stay healthy, and even your muscles as well. It's not actually to your benefit to be sitting down all the time. Walking a little bit of weight bearing is going to be really good for you.
Getting a professional to help you would help, like a coach, trainer, and then also making sure you communicate with your doctor, and then possibly have your doctor communicate with your trainer. Something like that is just kind of not spoken about in America, but it should be a lot more common.
Oh, that's some great advice. Like, I've never had any kids, and I've never really looked into
Mama Gio?
and I haven't
When's part
really.
2 and you're coming along?
Oh no. And I really haven't thought about it much, but I have seen like a lot of CrossFit females that, you know, they're doing, like you could see them doing like a WOD or whatever, and they get like a bunch of backlash because the people just don't understand, and they're like, what are you doing to your body?
You're
gonna
supposed
like
to eat Ben and Jerry's and sit on
shut
the
your
couch.
baby. Yeah.
Yeah, and at the same time too, I think again in the fitness industry they always try and make a quick buck. I think there's some really stupid classes that are out there, like pregnancy fitness classes where they use like pink dumbbells and they're just standing on the spot and they're like this. I'm like, all right, like there's a happy medium, right? There's a middle ground there where you still can get a training effect. You're not going, you know, completely 100%, like somewhere along the lines of like maybe 50 to like 60% of intensity, I'd say.
And how do you know that or how does a pregnant female know if she's getting appropriate training or not?
I don't even know if there's too much research out there so much as far as like specifically training pregnant women. I think that a lot of social media and even movies have like portrayed women as like, if you're pregnant, you need to stay down and you need to stay seated. And I think now that mentality is really changing.
I mean, but that's very true,
Yeah.
just because I know in like the first trimester and just like the first couple months, they tell you that you have to stay put because of, you know, miscarriages or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Same idea though, like you're not running a marathon and you're not maxed out for deadlifting, but like me and my client, I was having her deadlift off some blocks. Obviously range of motion gets weird when your gut's in the way or baby's in the way. Gut.
But I think kind of like
Wrong word.
When you're beautiful baby bump, your baby bump's in the way.
Emmanuel.
So we would do a little bit of stuff like that, you know, but it's just like, it's longer breaks. I'd communicate with them and they'd communicate with me like, hey, how'd that feel? You feeling okay today? Like, oh, I'm tired today. Oh, I didn't eat a lot today. Oh, I didn't sleep at all. Like, okay, today all we're gonna do is freaking walk with the hips, or, you know, like,
What a supportive coach.
Yeah, I mean,
breathe with me.
it's like Omar was saying though, there's really functional things you could do with machines, you know, and like it could even be light barbell movements. It doesn't have to be any intense, but I think the most important thing is to communicate again with a physician or like whoever's training you, and I think that's going to be really key because everybody's bodies are going to respond differently as well.
so let's get a little bit intimate here. All right. So do you guys feel more horny after a workout?
Hell yeah!
If there's, especially at the gym, if there's a cutie
so
with
horny.
a big... Just kept going.
I didn't hear
He
anything.
just trained before this.
Yeah, who worked out today? Who worked out? I didn't work out today. Rest.
I thought that was,
I didn't work out
that was
today.
your belt behind you.
No,
when you're
I
spotting
didn't work
me.
out today. That's my
I don't
leg, bro.
think so.
No, the answer is if if there's a
Okay,
cutie
well, I'll go
with
down
a-
the line. I'll go down.
Yeah.
You're saying what?
I don't think so.
He's a question mark.
Who are you?
I don't.
Alright.
I don't. There's not like a blood test. Like, horny today. Like
No,
a
no,
level
it's-
9. Oh, horny 8. Level 8 now. Like I'm always horny.
So you're always horny. So it doesn't change.
No. I'm on a couch
Oh,
with.
yeah.
You sit on a couch with these two handsome sons of bitches, and you try to not to be horny.
The cock crew right here. The cock crew 3000.
What about for you?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really horny after a workout. That shit is like really relaxing.
Like immediately after, like you finish
Yeah.
your last set, you grab a protein
think
shake,
I-
and then you're like,
I
fuck.
just feel like
Swing.
I'm depleted of like all my like other thoughts. I'm just like in a calm, relaxed state.
Just thinking about boobies.
And I'm just like,
Yeah, the
and my
euphoric
animal
feeling.
instincts kick
Yeah.
in.
Primal instinct, euphoric feeling after
Yep.
training. I completely
That's
agree.
it. And I'm just like, I'm gonna get some.
I'm gonna get some right
Whoa.
now.
Yeah.
What about for you?
I'm aroused all the time, but in the gym, Kitty with
We're not
big
talking
booty.
about arousal. I
Hold
thought.
on. Horny is the same. Okay.
No.
It's the same thing.
No.
We
No.
did
Oh,
watch
we got a
him
big
just
thing?
pinch his nipples when everyone else knew it was a joke.
There's different things, right? We're not talking about.
Getting it.
We're not talking
I
about full
live
arousal.
my state. I live my state right here.
Just let him finish his sentence.
right.
We don't know where it's going.
Yeah, I would say definitely after training, especially if there's a cutie with a big booty, if there's a good, visual aid right there, absolutely,
Is
right?
arousal?
I've boned in the gym before. Is aroused? You're talking about like the gym itself. Like you're talking about like aroused with training. I feel like.
No, I mean like,
Mike's
I
that's
mean
the
like
only
this
time I
is
get
like
aroused.
arousal.
The only time I feel alive.
This is like arousal, and like horny is just like a state of like everything, mind.
I get horny.
I'm 3 steps
like,
away from
Arousal.
prime
I mean,
arousal.
I don't get like an erection like
That's
as soon
what's
as I walk
arousal,
out
I
of the
believe.
out of the gym.
I'm not like curling. I'm like, oh,
I'm coming to the gym. I'm coming
Arnold
all.
said it
I'm
best.
coming all the time.
Arnold
I
said
mean,
it best.
I do want to come after, but
I think Lou honestly nailed it.
thanks, man.
Look
Look at all this space right here.
Look at
No, I came closer. You said intimate. Lou did nail it though. You feel more relaxed And if you train properly, Mike, you have that euphoric feeling, a sense of accomplishment. You want to celebrate that accomplishment, right?
That's the only way to celebrate. You can't go have a sushi buffet.
Look, we're not gonna get fat as fuck, okay? I'm gonna get horny as fuck. Like,
I'm gonna get horny as fuck.
I'm not gonna stick my dick inside the sushi, okay? I gotta get into.
To each their own.
I mean, I don't want to hump. Like the first thing I see. But I mean, I feel pretty good.
So then, you put your weights away, you put all your shit in your gym bag, you put it on, you're like,
Pull the
God
pants
damn.
down.
No, hold on. And then you like walk out of the gym, you're like, God damn, I'm fucking horny.
Yeah, straight to the strip club.
Nah, I'm just like, oh man,
Feeling
I need to
yourself.
have that protein shake. You
Also,
know,
maybe
first.
you're feeling yourself a little
And
bit
then-
because you just like you train, you did something good for your body. Working, girl.
What about the ladies' point of view? You hit some squats and then all you think about is Mr. Kwan?
Well, I think it depends on the female, but I was just having this conversation with
you were.
some of my female friends a couple weeks back, and one of them was saying that depending on the training block that she's in, that if the training block is too hard and it's really crazy,
just tired then,
that
right?
it's not necessarily tired, but she feels like her testosterone is depleted and she's not horny at all. She's not thinking about it at all.
Bitches, don't lift too hard. Just chill.
But I think,
We want you here, not here.
well, I don't
Forget
know.
your gains.
And I've heard that from two separate females
Oh, that's
within
interesting.
within our circle of like maybe like 10 girls or something.
Yeah, I don't have like a horny meter. Like
I don't know if it's just.
I mean, I do have a horny meter.
I don't know
but-
if it's just
like a
you know,
meter? I have a horny yard.
That's so bad. Too stupid. That's so bad. Too stupid. Edit that joke out.
Yeah, just, that
I
was
was gonna say, I don't know
Leave
about.
it in there.
I don't know about your perspective, Gio, but it seems to me some of the women that train on average, I do find hornier than maybe women that don't train. No, straight up, because like
agree, yeah.
you know what? It's like
Hormones
90%. It's 80% guys. Well, it's 80% guys, 20% women. It's like if you're surrounded by largely just women like training, would you not get more like horny or whatever in that
would.
gym, right?
I
like
would.
I think it's the same
Maybe,
thing
and
with
the
me.
fact that you're training, you're looking a lot hotter, and then you see yourself, and you're like, God
yeah,
damn.
there's hormonal factors.
Yeah,
A lot of
muscle
hormonal
building.
factors.
yeah. So it
Makes
goes
sense.
both ways.
I guess it makes sense.
You feel the heat.
But I don't do it before meet week. That's for sure.
A whole week?
Whoa.
I think we talked about this before too.
have.
There's a sports science on it.
Yeah.
What do they say?
They say getting off. They used Houston Alexander, and they put him through aggression tests, and they had his coach fire him up, like get in his head like he would go before a UFC fight or whatever. And then you do like a series of speed tests and power tests that day, and then the next day he got with his fiance, and like 3 hours after that he did the same test, and he was better the day he got off.
Oh, so
Maybe it's the same for both.
was told, because in the past they would say you're not supposed to release
That's just
it.
the old wives' tale. That's old wives' tale. Like
shit.
football coach, like you better not masturbate, boys.
Yeah, but
We're
the
playing
research-
Clemson on Sunday.
You gotta think about young guys though, right? They're probably like the coach is talking about. They want to make sure they get enough sleep for the game. Like
I
the
think-
obvious variables. So they're like,
Maybe.
don't fuck around before
I
you have a
think
big
people
game.
have thought about aggression though. They think you're more aggressive
Yeah.
without
Oh,
it, but
yeah,
that
yeah.
might not be the case.
Yeah.
That makes
I
sense.
think it
'Cause
depends
you're so
on
desperate.
personality and
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't care.
I think it could just depend on.
It's gonna be like this
Very
much
person to
percentage in
person.
either way. If you know what I mean, it's gonna be like this.
Why
like,
not?
You know
Add
what
that
I mean? Like,
1%.
it's gonna be like this, like that.
The 1%.
like this, like, we get it, Mike.
Yeah, like
The
you know what I mean,
1%ers.
bro. Like either way, it's like this.
1%.
You know what I mean?
Just again.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Bro, it's gonna be like this. Either way we do it, it's just gonna end up like this.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this topic. If there are any other silly topics that you guys would like for us to talk about, leave it in the comments below. Like the video, share the video.
Don't share that one. That one's weird.
No, share that one. That
this
one's
video.
good.
I'm embarrassed of
Leave a comment
myself.
below.
Until next time. Peace.
Sexuality is okay.
Do you guys think it's good to replicate a top tier athlete for your training?
No. Short answer, no. But it's a